Shall we say it together the CSL Kauai way? Aloha! Oh, we might have to go on the road with this one. We just might have to. Aloha, everyone, and welcome to everyone online. It is so great to have everyone here. If you're here for the first time, this won't mean anything to you, what I'm about to say, but usually there's two of us standing up here, is there not? So, I'm going to be playing the role of Reverend Rita and Reverend Patrick today, simultaneously. I mean, really playing the role, okay? You guys ready for that? Well, first of all, she is not here because Reverend Dr. Rita, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. She is in New Mexico because her daughter was her granddaughter, I keep wanting to call her daughter, her granddaughter was cast in Moana in New Mexico. So a grandmother, even though you live all these miles away, I said, you must be there. And she said, I didn't ask your permission. And then I said, okay. So then she has another trip that was originally planned, just a 3-day getaway to LA, where she's taking her granddaughter, who's kind of a prodigy, to LA to watch the beginnings of a Broadway workshop that's on its way to Broadway, but it's starting its first thing. So she's going to meet the cast, all the producers in LA that are coming to see if they want to take it. So this girl's going to have a wonderful time, but so are you, because today you have me solo. So first thing I always had to do is gratitude. First of all, the people that came out yesterday for the beach cleanup, can you give yourselves a hand? I just want you to know it's very exciting. We have JoJo here, who has been a member for 10 years, and I looked at the picture that they sent me, and she was in it, and I said, wow, and then this is the text. This is called volunteering. She says, I just am so grateful. I always think, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that, and she did. So give it up for the JoJo and the team. So let's keep that up. And then this Tuesday, we had a wonderful, I just have to, just express gratitude. We had a wonderful circle that we call quantum what? What? Quantum healing. That's not contemplating. Whew. Yeah, contemplating, and we had the biggest amount we've had in a long time, about 20-something people, and it was so beautiful. I'll talk about that a little bit later in my message. Now, to get to the announcement that Rita is very sorry that she cannot make with me, is if you have been here, you know that we have been in a doctoral program for quite a while now, and what that is advanced consciousness, and you get your doctoral degree at the end of it. So we've been in it all year. Also, you have to turn in a book, and you have to take a very long, did I mention long test? And so we did that last week while you were all doing whatever you were doing. And so we just got our notification that we have our degree, our doctoral degree, which is great, because I heard this, somebody wrote on Facebook, they said, great for us. They come here, they go, great for us. And so we're just so proud. So I wanted you to do something for Rita. I want you to tell her congratulations in the cameras back here if you're here for the first time. And so you ready? But we have to say Reverend Dr. Rita. You ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Reverend Dr. Rita. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry to turn this into a fun zone of announcements, but it's okay for the people that are still coming in. Here's the other wonderful announcement is this is ending our month of celebrating our birthday. We only do it for a month, but everybody else has birthday, but today we're having birthday Sunday. But what that means to you is there's still a card out there if you want to sign to CSL Kauai. What this has meant for you, and then just give us a little thing so we can save it. And then the other thing is that the fundraiser will end this week as well. So the pot of gold is over there if you want to give a little gift to our center. And we will announce how much came in next week. Woo! Look at all that. No notes, baby. Just pure, just tunneling it through. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so this month that we're ending, it was all about service, and there has been a lot of service. I saw Glenn back there painting. I see people going all these walks. It's just amazing. So, but it does end. So this month has been all about service. But before that, we have a vision statement. And I'm doing this because it's right up there. So if we could say that together, thank you, you two, always, for donating this to us. You ready? Awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness. Does that sound like a good plan? Yeah. So I know a good plan, too, to get me off here and to give this beautiful, beautiful two people up there, Luis and Kyle. Let's open it up with some music.
Hold on to me as we go. We roll down this unfamiliar road. Although this way is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down. Drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. I know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home.
I know right here and right now in this incredible moment that we are home. I know that home is not a place where we eat, my friends, and sleep, my friends. Home is knowing your mind, knowing your heart, knowing your courage. When we know ourselves, we are home anywhere. So today, we celebrate the home that is right here, right now. It has always been with us and always will be. We are never alone. And we come here together, individualized always, unique always. But we are always collectively connected in every moment. Quantum physics tells us that we are entangled, and whether or not you like it or not, we can't get out of that. So, today we remember who we are, that we are that divine spirit moving through and as everything. With eyes wide open, we see, we remember, we feel, we touch that very, very depths of our being to remember that we have it all. There is nothing to get. There is only that ability, that remembering that I am that I am. And with that, we can do anything. We can be, we can do, and we can have anything that we choose. How does that sound? And so it is. So it is.
Hold on to me as we go. As we roll down this unfamiliar road. Although this way is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. I know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home.
Kyle and Louise, thank you. Aren't we grateful to have such wonderful, wonderful music here? Yes. And this just might be the day that we let those demons that run around in our mind, this might just be the day we say, bye-bye, bye-bye. And you have to say it just exactly like that. So this month has been all about service, and it doesn't stop today. It just continues on, but we like to have themes that kind of guides us through the month. And so we have also a affirmation that has been oh so short, but oh so sweet. And it says, as I serve, I am served. Say it with me. As I serve, I am served. One more time. As I serve, I am served. And this next introduction here, our wonderful Reverend Diane, who was doing our meditation today, she is going to tell us a little bit about what we believe here, aren't you?
What is the science of mind?
What is the science of mind?
I don't know. I should know, and I do. Good morning, everyone. The science of mind and spirit teaches about the unity of all life, that the divine spirit is in and through everything around us. And so it allows us to live by a principle that reminds us that we are intimately connected to the whole, that we're intimately connected to the source of all life. And because of that, we can change the conditions in our life and live from that place of empowerment, that place of peace, that place of healing. And so join us on that journey of healing ourselves, healing our communities, healing our families, healing our planet in a way that is filled with kindness and love and well-being. So that's what I think the science of mind is.
I like
How
that.
about
No, it's all about you, Reverend Diane. But haven't you noticed that there seems to be a lot of new people here? Did you notice the...
Wow, look at everybody with chalet on.
Chalet. Oh, chalet. It sounds...
Chalet.
Chalet. But I just thought of something, is that since we are entangled, they're not really new.
No, they just made it here today.
Exactly. We finally
They've always been with us in consciousness. Welcome.
Exactly. So the ones that are new today, we just want you to know that we know a little something about you, and we're just going to share it with everyone. There's no reason to panic. I mean, we just got this information from a reliable source, I would hope, and it's not fake news, that's for sure. So I'll tell you what. So if you're here for the first time, just kind of give a little hey, 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 hey. Okay, we're going to let you know what we found out. You ready, Reverend Diane?
You
are magnificent. And I bet you're saying to yourself, how did they find out? Who told? Who told that I was magnificent? But you always knew, right? But see, we found out that about ourselves first, and then all of a sudden we looked at you and we went, whoa, another magnificence. This is wonderful, another magnificence. So, shall we, besides let them know, shall we put our hands on our heart if it feels good? And let's just declare and claim who we are. I am magnificent. And you're not in this room alone. We are magnificent. And now I'm getting some telepathic messages from the mainland and this island. For live streaming, they're looking in and saying, wait, hold on. What about me? oh, what about you? No, we know it about you too, so let's let them know. You are magnificent. Now take a nice deep breath and look over to your left and let somebody right in this room know who they are. Ruth is magnificent. You are magnificent. And these two are magnificent. You, well, that's easy to know. You're magnificent. That woman right there is magnificent. You. You're magnificent. All right. Do you guys feel all filled up with magnificence? Oh, well, get ready because there is more. So we're going to have what we call the blessing of the land, and that can just be about anything because we have to realize where we are, right, Reverend Diane? Turning it back over to Reverend Diane here.
So the land on which this building stands is sacred land.
Yes.
And it's gifted to us to use for this sacred purpose. And so I'm going to speak a spiritual mind treatment and blessing of this land now. And I hope you'll join me in prayer. So know that there is only one thing going on here, and it is God. It is moving in and through all things, everywhere present. I speak this word of alignment with that principle. The divine mind, God, is peace, is love, is wholeness, is joy and abundance. It is well-being of all kinds. And so I give thanks that that spirit of wellness, abundance, peace, and joy just moves in and through us, and we bless this land with our presence. I give thanks that the blessings go out from here, not just to this place, but to the whole island of Kauai and all of its inhabitants. It goes out from Kauai to touch the world. And so in this moment, all are blessed. The land is blessed, and we are blessed in our service to it. And so it is with gratitude that I release this word to the law of mind and spirit, allowing it to come forth in its own right and perfect way through us, through this earth, through all beings. And so I'll ask you to join me in closing this prayer with, and so it is. Mahalo.
Gone far away from home. We've been lonely, miss you only when we are away. A sunny day, it's not quite the same as the ocean blue. At home in the islands, at home in the islands, at home in the middle of the sea. We're having good times, the tropical skies, living the life of the gypsy musicians. When it's hard on our heads, the place of our hearts is miles and miles and miles away. At home in the islands, at home in the islands, at home in the middle of the sea. There's no other place that I'd rather be than home in the islands in the middle of the sea. There's no other place that we'd rather be than home in the islands in the middle of the sea. Just keeping real close with family and friends and taking it easy in the tropical breezes. And home in the islands, and home in the islands, and home in the middle of the sea. And home in the tropics, and home in the tropics. In the middle of the sea.
Luis. Yeah. I mean, isn't it incredible when you really think about it that we are in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? I mean, I just think about that sometimes and I think, wow, this island came up to meet us. Or did we come here to meet it? Yeah, I mean, it's just the things sometimes I take for granted, but I'm thinking all of this life here and all of this energy is on this incredible, incredible island. So I'm truly grateful. So today, in case, because I know that you hang on to those e-blasts that come during the week, and just hang and look at them and see what we're going to be doing. So in case you missed it, today we're going to talk about soul food. You like soul food? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So last week we had this moment. We had this moment of talking about the metaphor of the full-service gas stations that we used to work with. And just taking a moment to pause. We talked about last week, fill her up, right? And that was in many ways, we had a full service gas stations for you younger folks. That's when they used to do a lot for us. And this week, we're going to talk about serving ourselves. And not in an enlightenment selfishness, as Dr. Rita said last week. She mentioned that, and I thought of it again this week, and I thought, enlightened selfishness. Because I don't know about you, but selfishness isn't exactly the word that usually, warms the heart up. But there's something about enlightenment selfishness, because I thought to myself today, there's no better way to help this world than to know who we are and what we are actually able to give. So we all know about self-service gas stations, but the question today is, what are we feeding our soul? What are we feeding our soul? And I want to take a moment. I don't want to just rush by it. I want to take a moment to go, what am I feeding my soul? And what is that soul? That soul is that thing that you wake up in the morning and you have that passion. What drives you when you wake up in the morning to go through the day? And no matter what's going on, there's still something that's driving us, through us, and as us to move through. So I'm asking, I'm going to have you close your eyes for a moment. I want you to close your eyes, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not going to be like throwing anything or doing it. Close your eyes and think about what makes your life. That's it. Just let's land here. Let's not get to the next thing. What makes our life worth living? What is that food that fills our soul? Wow. What makes our life worth living? Now, if you want to open your eyes, and this is a rare event here at CSL Kauai, and I'm not going to do it with a mic, not because I don't trust you, but I don't. No. I want you to just say, what feeds your soul? What? And if it was just a one word, I'm going to take it into the talk. I would like to do that. Meditation? Love. What is it? Service, love.
Dancing.
What is it?
Dancing.
Dancing. What is it?
Blessing.
Oh, blessings, I should have known.
Yeah.
So when you woke up this morning, what's feeding your soul? Somebody let me know. I need to know.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Ohana feeds your soul. Of course it does. Look at me all Donahuing out with you. So, yes. Being creative. Life itself. Yeah, the alternative is frightening at this moment, right? Life itself, Michael. What else? Oh.
Being an example.
Being an example. That's mine. That's mine. Who else here? Anybody else? Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. You know. This is my friend from Alabama. Give it up. What else? What is it?
Sharing meals.
Oh, sharing meals together. Oh, wow. Yes, Beth. Inspiration. Smiling. Singing. Music. Ah, yes. Newness. Newness. Do you love newness? It's related to change, by the way. Newness is related to change. I'm sure that Rita... Forgiveness. Passion. That'll be enough. I think we have enough. We have enough food to have a banquet at this point, don't we? But how many times? And really raise your hand with this. How many times do we wake up in the morning, and we start to feed that day? And I don't know what your stuff is in the morning, but how many times do you wake up and go, "Wow, what makes my life worth living?" Now, what happens sometimes? You wake up and you have to question that. There are people on our planet right now that I'm sure are questioning that. And that's why we're here. We're here with the ripple effect. Because as we fill up more and more on our soul food, then we are able to give that to them. I really am a firm believer now that we are definitely the ripple effect. It's all cause and effect. So sometimes we give we're mind, body, soul, and I know a lot of people that give their body some really good things. Very costly, very good things. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm just saying that I think there's a combination, there's a balancing to treat your body well, and then also treat your mind well. What do you do to nurture and replenish our minds? Right? Mind, body, and soul. And soul for me is just that vibration, that energy, that essence of who we are. That's where my soul is. And when I think about that we are all energy, wow, it makes us so unlimited. But a lot of times we feel very stuck in this body, right? And I was thinking about, I'm writing this book, another one. I'm writing this book, and I thought about how uncomfortable that time of puberty was for me. I mean, I know you guys probably went through it successfully, but I know for me, I thought I was not comfortable in my body. And there are times now when I'm wanting to change and I'm wanting to grow and expand that I realized I'm not feeling comfortable in my body. Allowing my essence to truly just land. That's why I wanted to do something different today. I wanted to not rush to the next thing, to ask a question and then listen for the answer. And I've been questioning a lot these days. Nothing, too serious, but I've been really questioning, what's it all about, Alfie? There's nothing worse than being young, by the way, and hearing older people quote these things that you have not a clue what they are talking about. And it's like, wow, very scary stuff, that guy. So Dr. Walt, he doesn't mind, I didn't ask permission, but he said something, a story, and I thought I'd share it, and he's not here, so who's going to tell him? Here, I knew. There's traitors everywhere. There are. So we were talking, and last week we were talking about this whole idea of full service, and he shared that when he was your age, probably, you two over there, probably your age, that when they drove his car in and they took out, that's when they used to check it for us, and they pulled the dipstick out and it was a little low, and they'd say, we're a quart low. He said that he would say, okay, put in a quart, and he would ask him what the cheapest oil was that he could put in. Because you're 16, just got your license, you don't want to spend extra money on oil. There's other things to do with that. And what happens? He puts the cheap oil in, and he found that that was such a metaphor, and I just took it and ran with it because I thought to myself, what am I putting in my consciousness that is just downright cheap? Not taking the moment to say, what am I putting in my consciousness? Am I putting the highest possible vibrations in thought? Am I looking for the good? I mean, because here's the deal. If you're looking here, you're looking there, and if it hasn't happened yet, you're making it up. And so what I like to do now is just make it up in my favor. And we all know the law of cause and effect. We know the vibratory brings it right into it. So the other morning, I was lying in bed with Reverend Dr. Rita, and we do a ritual. I'm sure she doesn't mind. If she does, it's too late. We do a prayer. We never leave until we say a treatment together to start our day, and which I think is wonderful. But I said, so what do you want from this day? Or she asked me that. She said, what do you want from this day, Patrick? And I said, wow. I said, what do you want? She said, I want to have all my conversations in heaven. Not that heaven. We don't believe in that heaven. We don't believe in the separation. So since I do, I don't want you to think she's like, wanting to take off or anything. Heaven and hell are states of consciousness for us in science of mind. They always have been and always will be. And if you believe in a heaven that's outside and it's a place to go to, that's fine too. Nobody here is ever going to, and if they do, come talk to me, to try to take away somebody's God. That is not what we do. But we will tell you what we believe. And I was raised Catholic, and there was a third one to that. So if you were there, it's heaven, purgatory, and hell. I would rather spend time, to be really honest with you, in hell than in purgatory. Because purgatory is that place where you sit and you wait until somebody gives you the permission to live. Ever been there? Always wait. And our conditioning is that wait, I'll let you know what you need to be doing. I'll let you know. No, heaven or hell. Heaven is that state of consciousness that says, I am that I am, but I can be and do and have everything I want. I'm in the non-local field where it's all potentiality. There's nothing in there telling us that anything can go wrong, because it cannot go wrong in that non-local. But when we bring ourselves back here in this beautiful, delicious at times 3D world, then we can sometimes experience heaven and hell. And I don't know about you, but I've experienced both of them. Sometimes hell, I'm a little tired of that hell can teach you a lot. Well, I've been taught, I've got a doctorate now. It's time to go to heaven. Not that heaven, this heaven. And so I found a wonderful quote from our Ernest Holmes. And if you don't know who Ernest Holmes is, the founder, mystic, Call him whatever you want. And I'm going to let you know a little other FYI here. Ernest Holmes was talking about quantum field long time before I took the class. I'm just going to let you know that Ernest Holmes thought they have been talking about this field that we can be in and utilize, right? So here it is. The time will come when we let our conversations be in heaven and refuse to talk about, read, or think about those things that ought not to be. But someone will say, and they always do, that's me adding into Ernest here, they always do, but some will say, should we refuse to look at sickness, poverty, and unhappiness? And he says, well, I say first, let's stop arguing for our limitations. Let's stop arguing for our limitations and go on, which says, he says, this is not what we are discussing. We will not refuse to help the helpless or lift the fallen. I mean, would you? If you said, no, of course not. We will not refuse to help the helpless or lift the fallen, but we will refuse to wallow in the mud because of our sympathies. And let's get it real clear what science of mind, or at least this man standing up here, believes about sympathy. Sympathy is not empathy. Sympathy, and compassion is not, listen, this is what sympathy is. Oh, Gabriella, I'm sorry, honey. That's the sympathy that nobody really requires. I don't know about you, but sometimes when somebody is in that state, I just heard this great thing that sometimes when you're in that state, you don't need a lecture, you need a hug. You do not need a lecture, you need a hug. Save the lectures and the inspirational talks for right where I'm standing, or if somebody asks for that. The sympathies do not serve. And it says, little Bible here, yes, indeed, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Which makes complete. So we are so important, are we not? We have such an opportunity that if you fall, I'm going to pick you up. And if I fall, you're going to pick me up, hopefully. And if you don't, somebody else will. I love this, breaking it down, the time that aren't you tired of the news? That's no longer news anymore? Because once you hear it, it's not news anymore. It's old. But what I do know that's happening on this planet right now, don't get all scared, I ain't going into that arena. It's just too scary to tiptoe in that arena. But I'm going to tell you what is happening on this planet from my perspective. We had a shift. And if you didn't feel it, it's okay. We will feel it. And that shift has everything to do with one thing and one thing only: energy. There's been a new infusion of energy here. There's been a new infusion of love here that says, because you know what I was feeling? I don't know about any of you, and this isn't what side you're on, but please, let's take down those walls. You know what I was feeling? Resigned. Ooh! There is nothing worse than just, whatever happens, it's real. Whatever happens, you know, what's this going to look like? I don't know. What is it going to look like? So I started rejuvenating my energy again, and it was shifting me. I told Rita, I said, wow, my soul is on fire again, because I got tired of everybody out there waiting to be happy. And so I said, you know what? I can't wait for you anymore. There's a whole Disneyland out there, and the place is empty. Says open, but it's empty. So we do have an opportunity to feed our soul, to just feed our soul and feed one another. So how can I serve? This is the question I now ask myself, and I invite you, if you choose to, maybe ask yourself that too. How can I serve the highest expression of me? When Rita goes away for a time, you know, she'll say, you know, I hate being away. And I said, yeah, me too. But I take advantage of the opportunity to check in with Patrick, to check in with the deepest part of my soul and say, and you know, all of you that don't, you know, if you're here for the first time, we just had a wonderful inner child session that I do on Zoom now. And you could feel the vibrational frequency for those of some of you in the room. And it's that idea of really nurturing that part of ourselves and not just reframing what has gone on in our life. It's not about digging up the past. It's about looking at the past and saying, wow, what are you feeling? Because I'm going to tell you, for me, until I can feel it, I am not going to heal it. And I know, I say it from the very deepest part of who I am, we avoid it sometimes like the plague, and I'll tell you why. Because it hurts sometimes to feel. But the rewards of feeling are so much more than locking them away. So I invite us today to open up the doors, to have some enlightened selfishness, to say, hold on, I'll help you. Somebody said the other day, I'm going to help you in just a minute. I just need to take care of myself. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. And no matter how old you are, it's never, ever, ever, bless you, too late to just look inside for a moment. Look inside yourself and say, how you doing? How are you? When's the last time we asked ourselves, how you doing? How you feeling? And just listen. And it goes through our hearts, it goes through our mind, it goes through our entire being. And to say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of each and every one of us. Do you know how much courage it takes to do this thing called life? Now, I don't know why it's this much work for something that can be just so damn pleasurable. But I know behind it all that we are that incredible expression of God, light, source, whatever you want to call it. Pardon me? Actually, it's not a workshop, but you could. But now that you've done it, if it's like really not to talk to them. But go ahead. I don't want to shut you down. Oh, the authentic self?
Yeah,
Is that, yeah.
Truly who you are, express yourself freely.
Right.
I think that's the courage.
Right, and that's the courage, and I will say, I will absolutely, so give it up, thank you. And I'm glad you brought up authentic. We'll leave it with authentic as well. Because a lot of people have a lot of opinions and a lot of things they want to share and a lot of feedback. I mean, some people call it criticism, it wouldn't be me. But really what it is this. We have voices deep down inside that have not been heard. And it's not this room that wants to hear it. It's that part of us that wants us to listen to it so that we can act upon it. The inner child, just for everyone's information, We're not here to go fix or save the inner child. The inner child exists to protect and save us as adults. And all we have to do is merge the two. Namaste. There you go. They were both so entranced that they, so if you're here for the first time, I'd love to know what's going on in your minds right now. Are you having a good time? Yes. I love young people, right? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to say anything. Don't worry, I never would and never will. Kyle and Luis.
Welcome to the planet. Welcome to existence. Everyone is here. Everyone is here. Everybody's watching you. Everybody waits for you now. What happens next? What happens next? I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up off the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today never happened. Today never happened before. Welcome to the fallout. Welcome to resistance. The tension is here. The tension is here. Between who you are and who you could be. Between how it is and how it should be. Yeah. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up off the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today never happened. Today never happened. Maybe redemption has stories to tell. Maybe forgiveness is right where you fell. Where can you run to escape from yourself? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Salvation is here. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up off the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today never happened. Today never happened. Today never happened. Today never happened before. I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up off the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today never happened. today never happened. No, today never happened. Today never happened before.
There we go. Today what? Never happened before. Wow, that means that we can do just about anything with this new day, yeah? Thank you so much. Give it up again for our wonderful Kyle and Louise. Oh, well, this is our time of affirmative giving, and I'm going to actually invite Reverend Diane up so she can do the blessing after we're done. So I love this gratitude song that he's going to do with this one. And we'll have a little bit of an affirmation here, and it says, I'll just say it first so we can kind of, I choose to freely give and I graciously receive. I choose to freely give and I graciously receive. Ah, circulation. Yes, so you ready to kind of move a little bit with this so it's not all like, you know. Yeah, we're breathing here. You guys, I can't tell you how good you look. You guys look wonderful. I feel you right here. Uh-oh. Law of circulation. It's okay, you can move anything you want.
Circulate my love right now.
I circulate my love. Circulate my love right here. I circulate my love.
And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Oh, I circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy. Circulate my joy right now. I circulate my joy, yeah. And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly, yeah. Circulation across the nations, love vibration and around the world and beyond. I circulate my gift right now. Circulate my gift. Circulate my gift right now. I circulate my gift. And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Circulate my love right now. Circulate my love. Circulate my love right now. I circulate my love, yeah. It returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Circulation across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond.
In Kauai. I give thanks that the gifts don't stop here. They go out as we share them with our community. And so we give thanks for your generosity today and know that these gifts are blessed and multiplied. And so it is.
I'll sing it again. Circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. Circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly.
I love it. Just gets us all alive. I take it the young masters? No? Speaking of circulation, community, We need to circulate ourselves out there and let these wonderful, wonderful young people know that there's something here for them. They are our future, and so let's just make that a priority. Let's just know in our mind, in that field, that there are all of these wonderful, wonderful children, these youth that are coming forward so that we can let them know that they live a magnificent life. I would have loved to have been told that. I was a youth minister for 5 years. I know you probably find that hard to believe. I got along very well with that age group. They were 9, 10 years old, and they were just like, yeah, bring it on. They didn't have any of that stuff. So let's know that that's going to be right here, that it, not going to be, that it already is in this incredible center that now Glenn has painted. All we need are the children to go underneath the canopy of that you have just painted. So let's just talk a few announcements. 11 o'clock, woo! As I live and breathe. Wow, that's early for us. It's usually noonish. So I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you. If you're first time, I promise you it's not noon. So this week we have today the Dances of Universal Peace right here.
If anybody wants to know more about it, talk to me after this service.
Exactly.
And our angel Angela will open the doors at 3:30.
Exactly. So there you go. It's the last Sunday of every month. And then the CSL Youth Choir and choir practice is back up again because I think you guys are actually on next weekend. I don't know if she's notified any of y'all, but but I just did. So next week it's going to be, so tomorrow night, the youth, it's at 6:30, I believe, or 6 or 6:30. It's not in here. 6:30? Okay. And then coming in August 15th, 22nd, 29th, now, Dr. Rita shares the best kept secret, spiritual mind treatment beyond the steps. And it's going to be also filmed and videotaped. So, oh, it's right at, That's Rita's friends are here, yeah. So, once again, I hardly ever push anything like I'm pushing this. If you have any interest in what science of mind really does and what our modality is, I would really suggest that you take that. There's no better person to facilitate it than our Rev Rita, Dr. Rev Rita. It'll take me a moment. But anyway, she is so excited about it. And as you well know, the miracle's in the room, but 3 miracles, they're going to have to wait for another time for her to do it because I think that we need to honor these classes and be 10, no less than 10 in a class. I really do believe that. So, Beth Levin, stand up for just a second. She's bringing something, a special yoga workshop. Oh my God, August 23rd at 4:30 to 6, sign up in the bookstore. And she's adding chakras onto this incredible thing. So she is here, so utilize her, talk to her. It is in April, no, it's, when is that? August 23rd at 4:30. So there she is, thank you for doing it. It's brand new to us. And then we have some local authors out there, and we have them in the room. We have our wonderful Loya back there who has one of her books back there, and it's called She. Oh, I have a little thing here. She, experiencing the beautiful Kauai in poetry and painting, and it's beautiful, beautiful. It's back in the bookstore. And then we have right here in the front, all the authors are here today, Gabriella Taylor, and hers is Geckos and Other Guests. All about our island. It's really cool. And then this thing called Treatment, which is Rita's, which is required for the class. I believe it's $7.99. That's out there. And so What Do I Need to Know is her book as well. And then we have the Revolutionary Agreements right there, Marion Head. And there's back there. And they are more than revolutionary. They're evolutionary, in my opinion. So she's here. And then, me. What about me? A memoir of the little man, which tells very, 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 I would like to say it's fun, but it's very deep, and I know it will help a lot of people. So that's what Dr. Feren has back there. So maybe make sure, Rita, Patrick, Gabriella, Revolutionary Agreements, and Loya She. So that's back in the bookstore, everything that you need to do. And then is there one last thing here?
We have one last. We want to congratulate the doctor.
Oh, thank you. Oh, stop. I'll take it. I'll take it. And just remember, if you're flying with me, like up, and you find yourself on a plane, and they go, "Is there a doctor in the house?" No. No. Yeah, we're a different kind of doctor. We do surgery of the mind. Surgery of the mind. So thank you so much for that love. And also we have 9D coming in September. And that is on a Saturday. And who took it the last time that we were here? Yeah. Oh, there's plenty of you. It's wonderful. It's breath work. He was here, and he's from, Dr. Eric is from California. He's flying in Friday and leaving on Sunday. So he's doing a very in and out, because so many people asked if he would bring it back, and he will. So tell everybody. And then this is just to put on your calendar. I'm not giving you any details, but we are a global community. And so we're going to do one global project that's very big in Africa. We're going to have our service in Africa, so we'll all be able to fly. No, I'm just kidding at this point. But we are going to do, water is a big thing. Well, I take mine for granted. But we would like to donate some water over there. There's a whole program to do that. So we're going to be doing that. Sue's in charge of that. She's got wonderful African bingo. It's going to be a whole fun gala. And that is in August 6th, 12th. August 12th. So put it on your, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's for a wonderful cause. We're going to try to do one a year that we actually raise money for them, because we need to also raise money for ourselves as well. But circulation. So that's it. Okay, so if anything has come up for anyone, we have our wonderful practitioners coming up today, and I just want to take a moment with them, because what they can give for you is not a session. If you're interested in a session, we do them, Rita does them. They are different. We actually do spiritual counseling. So we can really do, and then we do that. But that's something that you need to make an appointment. But the wonderful Rosanna, Melissa, and Reverend Diane, they're here to just, whatever's come up, to give you a little bit of an infusion of that energy we've been talking about. So utilize them. And so I wanted to have a few thank yous before we get into our closing song, and that's Reverend Diane for being our wonderful practitioner and telling them about the science of mind and everything else that you were doing. Our beautiful Kyle and Luis. Angela and Leslie David, who did some Lama. Ron. Kiana's back there. If you get a chance, if you don't know who Kiana is, find out who she is and say thank you, because she's back there. She does snacks every other when we're not doing a circle. So, and that's a gift from her. So just really give some gratitude for our girl. And Leslie worked back there, and Anna Strom too, who was not only working here, but they had the ballroom dance. She cleaned the bathroom. There's a lot of stuff going on around here, right? And then we have Jonathan Lee back there, making sure that I sound good. And it goes into right next door to him is Charles, is there making sure that everybody sees. We work on which ones I'll let him do close-ups on, one long, yeah, okay. So we have him, and we have Christina Rollins, whoops, ooh, I could almost be in trouble. Here's what I want to say is, first of all, welcome back to your wonderful family, you. And also she, like all of them, will sit back there and wait for those youth to arrive. And when they don't, then we come back in here. But thank you for the patience and love that you give our youth as well. And I think in Angela, who you see during the week, hallelujah, hallelujah. And let's give it up for Rita, who's now a doctor as well. And so we say yes. So let's just quietly, just before we do anything, before we grab onto snacks, before we make this day our day, and just remember the blessing that this time was that we spent together. Remembering that, whatever we take with us, whatever takeaway, it is a gem from Spirit, as this incredible quantum field that is good, that is God. So we have a wonderful day ahead of us from this moment to the next, to the next. I celebrate each and every one of us. The love that comes from us permeates out into our world, and we make a difference. I repeat, we make a difference. So with that, I just say, let it be and let it so, let it be so, and so it is. Remember birthdays, remember happy birthday to you. If you're birthday, July, stand. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. This was like the birthday ship over here, a lot of birthdays. So going back into that wonderful, thank you, Rita. And so let's close this and let's take our love out into the streets. Let's take our love from here to there with this wonderful closing with Luis and Kyle.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Come on, call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road, I'll share your load if you just call me. Yeah, call on me, brother, you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. They call